Was I late at the party because in 2013 I read this book? Sure. To be accurate, almost 6 years late. But that didn't make me any less open-minded. Tim Ferriss does not have to be introduced. He's like a digital Indiana Jones, and that's the book on our screens. Written more out of frustration, much less for the love of writing, this book is a documentation of Tim, how he got rid of his own company to do what he loves, learn and to travel. The 4-Hour Workweek is one of the best-selling books in the New York Times. Books can change your mind so radically that your life can be changed for the better. It is such a deep book with so many hidden gems that you create the freedom you want. In practice, the 4-Hour Workweek provides everybody with the means to manage their time and finances better, to escape from 9-to-5 job anywhere in the world and to join the new wealth. It is not exclusive to young people, individuals, or people with a background in entrepreneurship. It applies to those who for a moment can really internalize the steps and teachings described by Tim Ferriss. This book invites you to use yourself to cultivate financial and time freedom so that you can live a life of your design. Hey friends, welcome. Today we are going to see what I learned from the book The 4-Hour Workweek by Timothy Ferriss. Before we get into the video, if you are new to the channel, my name is Hash. I will make videos on self-development, book review, motivation, skill learning, health, and educational videos. These useful videos makes you better in your own life. I am working hard to make better videos just for you. Only you. Because you made me happy always. This channel has only useful stuff. If you're interested in these topics or you have eager to learn something new, make sure you've subscribed and turned on your notifications. My aim is to make your life a better version. Your encouragement inspires me to create more videos. Okay, let's get started. Number 1 I learned from the book is to avoid information being overloaded. Today, we are living around our lives with information. Data come to us from everywhere literally. Our computers, smartphones, tablets, and TVs provide us with information from the internet. We also receive data via email, RSS feeds, and podcasts. It is easy not to notice the important events that occur around us with this much information passing through our lives. For example, a parent who is too focused on job information might not be able to notice the first word of their child or the first day of their child's employment. The excessive amount of information that flows into our lives leads us to lose focus. Tim Ferriss teaches us that every once in a while we have to take information quickly. This means we stop our TV, internet, emails, and RSS feeds connection. This gives us time to focus on our family, friends and even engage in relaxing activities like hobbies and talents. Number 2 I learned from this book is efficiency, not efficiency. If Tim's life were conceived according to one rule, it'd be 80-20 or Pareto. Most people measure productivity by the time we work, but this is a bad indicator as we waste a great deal of time at work. Tim suggests spending your time effectively, 80% of the results on the 20% of things that give you, and not vice versa. A famous quotation from him is this: doing something insignificant is not important. Instead of concentrating on doing as much as possible, just concentrate on making the few things that will lead to the greatest progress. This is one of Tim's greatest mantras in life, and something you can adopt today that makes your life from here a little better and easier every day of your life. Number 3. You can work way less than you do and make way more money at the same time. No more excuses would be a subtitle for this lesson. Tim explains to us so well that we need not work ourselves until we retire at the age of 65, when we have worked miserably out of a cubicle for most of our lives. It's time for us all to stop excusing. We can have the lives we want now. The older I get, the clearer, the more we apologize for so many opportunities and end up missing the things we want for our lives. If you want to do something in your company or life, it is always a way to do it. Live life now without excuses or regrets. Live life now. Tim does an incredible job of providing resources that eliminate our easy excuses. Tim offers affordable and free resources for travel and products, so you can really do whatever you want to live. Number 4 I have learned from this book is that always confirms your business ideas. I talked about him yesterday with funny people, but this lesson really sank when I read the guest post of Noah Kagan on Tim's blog. Make sure people give you money for it before you go out to build any product or service. Will your coffee cozy's knitted idea be a hit? So go and ask people to buy from you. I don't know. It's more a challenge to the comfort zone than anything else, and it's frightening, a good sign that it is important. Personal examples? First, a friend came to me with a shoe business idea. The following problem would be solved. People have different feet in size. You need one shoe in one size and the other in a different size. Our idea was to go to shoe manufacturers, collect and sell all remaining items in different sizes. We asked all our friends and family to check whether they would be paying for odd-sized shoes who had this problem. In addition, we went to 10+ shoe stores and asked if people had this problem. Response? No. Nobody cares, people just take the larger couple and live with them, they're not big enough. I wanted to create my first proper digital product late in 2015. Of course, I created a landing page, held a webinar, and tried to pre-sell the idea. To test the idea. But that was no problem because I hadn't even built it yet. I sold 0 copies of the course. Number 5, I have learned from this book is to increase your efficiency by outsourcing menial tasks. The goal of many of today's professionals is to constantly increase efficiency in daily tasks. Tim says that you can do this by transferring small responsibilities to others in your life. You can therefore concentrate your energy on the most important activities. Outsourcing these activities in this way helps you to strategically focus on areas where they have the greatest impact. Thanks to modern technology, your office activities can be outsourced to virtual assistants worldwide. In addition, Ferriss says that we should get used to small mistakes for the better. For example, if you had to choose between presenting your business to an investor or returning a film you had rented to avoid a fine, you will of course go to the film presentation. This priority method is the lesson of the 4-hour workweek in this tip. Number 6, I've learned from this book is the objective is not to have more money. With money sitting in my hands, I don't picture myself and get excited. What excites me is to picture what I can experience and how I can live if I have more money. Honing in this goal, whatever for you is the key. What do you want to look like 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years in the future? The desires we want are fulfilled, not the actual physical money in our hands. Number 7, I learned from this book is to charge a premium to acquire fewer customers and make your life easier. Once your product has been validated and production begins, the next major question often is, do I want to be the cheapest or highest quality guy around? Answer: you want high quality. Response: always. Always imagine that you want to make $4,000 per month and sell a nutrient supplement such as this. If you charge $10 per bottle, 400 sales per month must be generated. You just have to make 100 sales if you charge $40 per bottle. The most difficult part of making a sale is to get people not to give you money. The amount of money is very negotiable when they decide to buy from you. I bet you will find 100 people willing to give you 4x the money much quicker than you can buy an additional 300 people from you first. This is the first reason why you should shoot and charge a premium for high quality. The second reason is that people who are prepared to pay the premium are hateful customers. You will receive many fewer complaints, returns, and angry telephone calls. Even if they don't like it, they probably won't bother to come back because they won't have to turn every 100 times twice before they spend it. So promise and deliver high quality. I learned number 8 from this book is, the new rich is the way forward. In his critically acclaimed book, Tim coins an awesome term called the new rich. These are people who have shut off the old and stale later life plans to live like a king when you retire and are 60, and who chose to create luxury lifestyles today using time and mobility, as he puts it. Anybody who uses the internet cleverly to make their dreams live, earn money at any time of day, and release their time from their earnings is the new rich. Heck, even freelancers that still don't lose money and time are always the new rich if they live and work wherever they like. This is what Tim calls lifestyle design. You create whatever lifestyle you want based on freedom, work, travel, unlimited cash, and for everybody it is possible. Number 9, I learned that DEAL is an abbreviation you need for success and freedom. What does DEAL have? D definition: the life you wish to lead is what the new wealthy actually are, and just what you want to build. The definition is to create your perfect lifestyle and to become what you desire in your life. It isn't just being wealthy so that you cannot do anything, it is building the life you want to live, the way you want to work, and the difference you want to see in the world. Elimination: remove all the stuff that doesn't work. Remove those who slow you, and most all, eliminate the 80% that does not get the most effective outcomes. Elimination is all about concentrating on what matters and accomplishing more while doing less at the same time. Automation, it's extremely great here. Did you realize that you might have your company moving on autopilot using virtual assistants and staff correctly? Well, you can. You may hire and handle the responsibilities to become simply the owner of your firm, not the hamster on your wheel. Too many people seem to own their business, but they actually own their business. Liberation. Become free from a cubicle's shakes, from a supervisor, or from where you are trapped. You don't have to work where you are, particularly if you're in a town or nation that you don't like. With the internet era, you may go anywhere you choose, given that you first developed a company to support this. Liberation is to take up the mobile lifestyle, as Tim puts it, and become an independent and free boss. Oh, when you use DEAL, how the power changes in your favor. The bottom line is that everyone who tries to achieve this objective may develop their perfect lifestyle. The only thing that stops you is yourself, and you have accepted your self-imposed limits. The author Tim Ferriss says that excitement is the practical equivalent for pleasure, and that is exactly what you should be pursuing. It's the healing all. Number 10, I learned from this book, is how automatically make your revenue. Many simply dream about getting maximum money from a little amount of labor. According to Tim Ferriss, your life may be structured to automatically earn cash from your businesses. Tim Ferriss advises a working structure in which your product sales company may operate as effortlessly as possible with minimum participation from you. In order to exemplify this approach, he presents a variety of situations where a product or service might be placed for mass sale. After that, you may set up your company to automatically do the marketing and delivery operations. He calls this a minimal maintenance company. It is a way of creating a revenue stream by assuring an automotive pilot's demand, marketing, and delivery. Once this is achieved, you may live a life that is less linked to work and more pleasurable. Number 11, I learned from this book, is that we don't have to be our email slaves. In the 4-Hour Work Week, Tim speaks a lot about it. It's a process for him, but he's only been able to check his email once a week over time. Once a week, people. Once a week. I was like, what when I read this? I've been an absolute slave for my email inbox for years, therefore I've been motivated by the thought of no longer being an email slave. Recently, I have only begun to check my inbox a few times a day, which is a big departure from previously. I don't check email from my phone anymore since it's honestly never needed. I can do what I need by checking my computer twice a day. This new practice has spread to my social media inspections. I look at Instagram twice a week, once a day, and Facebook. Have you any idea how long and how much energy this opens up? Number 12, I learned from this book, is to live today your ideal life. Many individuals dedicate their life today with a 9-5 work to save enough money to their 401 kilometers of retirement plan to go on a sunset getaway. They spend up to 50 years working behind a desk for someone else in a firm. What they don't know is that they don't even make the retirement that they want. In addition, they may not live long enough to appreciate it, since anything may happen. Tim Ferriss recommends that we avoid this kind of living by rewarding ourselves with an experience that we like from time to time. For example, your money from the minimal maintenance company you have set up may take your vacation to a fantasy place. You might even elect to stay overseas for a year while working on your usual internet work. This raises your quality of life and enables you to enjoy the fruits of your work. It is incredibly inspiring as well as soothing. Number 13, I learned from this book, is a low-informed diet. This is a debatable subject, but when I read his comments on how little knowledge Tim chooses to digest, it really connected with me. The only time I watch the news is when I visit my parents in my adult life, and even then I completely tune it out. If I have a group that I need to visit, I don't log onto Facebook. I don't eat any news that can cause dread, concern, or perplexity. As Tim says, the greatest amount of information is time-consuming, negative, unrelated to your objectives, and beyond your control. I agree with this 100% and prefer to feed my head with material that is solely constructive and useful. Some of you could argue that I have to learn. I must know what is happening around the globe. And though Tim discusses this much more eloquently, I will state that there is nothing that I need to know that doesn't come to me at last. Important news is a method to locate us. Final thing I learned through this book, that I live a proactive lifestyle rather than a reactive one. Most of us usually spend all day at our workstations with the email inbox open. When a fresh email comes in, we sit up and answer promptly. If work is required by this email, we instantly cease all we did and start working on the new assignment. Thus, the communication that comes via email actually controls our behavior every day. The sole source of this information is not even email. Our new information sources have become social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. When we don't answer to these emails and do what we need, we feel guilty and worried. Instead of doing what we want, we become reactive. Tim advises us to restrict our social media and email inbox time. After all crucial emails have been received, we should sign out of our mailbox and go to our daily chores. This increases our productivity and allows us to govern our life. And ultimately, I have learned from this book that you fill in the time allotted to each work. This notion is called the Parkinson Law, which maintains that the job expands to fulfill the time available to do it. If you have a job to perform and set out to do it in 10 hours will be required. It will take 1 hour for you to perform the identical activity in 1 hour. Take the shortest time to make room for the excellent things you desire in your life. The video for today has come to an end. Which of these lessons will be most useful to you? And what do I want to talk about in the next video? Please leave a comment in the box below. Please share this video and subscribe to this channel if you enjoyed it. I hope to see you again in the next video. Until then, sign up at #. Thank you for your time.